Hi, I'm Nisha and this is Mike. 1 year ago we began our restoration journey attempting to turn this old boat into our future tiny off-grid home. Restoring this narrowboat has turned out to be a bigger challenge than we ever would have imagined. With zero experience in boat building, we got to work stripping it, insulating it, repainting, replacing windows and so much more. It's been fun and adventurous, and it's also been overwhelming and never-ending. I've felt like quitting many times. And if I did, I don't believe that's a terrible thing. You have to do what's best for you and your mental health. But a funny thing happens when you make the choice to keep going. You become more resilient. You become better at navigating the highs and the lows, at giving yourself compassion when things feel hard, at remembering that it doesn't feel hard because you suck at it, it feels hard because you've never done it before. Okay, so I'm back at the boat and I've decided that I'm just going to be here today for one thing, which is to empty the garage and just get as much of it as need be into storage. The rest can go somewhere here, wherever there's space on the boat. But I decided to just make that my one and only thing to do today, and I think that's because I realised yesterday when I came here that I just get so overwhelmed when I'm here, and I think it's because I look around and I see all the things that need to be done to get me from where I am to where I want to be, and it feels really overwhelming. What I realised this morning was that I think when it comes to the boat that I have been discounting the small things that I'm doing, like the task of clearing out the garage. I think that because that's just one of many tasks to do here to get this boat finished. In my mind, I see it as just a tiny task, and that, you know, doing that isn't really much of an accomplishment in the bigger picture of things. But then when I really think about it, if this were a house, or if I was at home, the equivalent of clearing out that garage would be like clearing out my wardrobe or an entire chest of drawers or something, and then moving all that stuff into storage. And when I think of it in that way, if that was what I was doing, then I would think like, yeah, that's a pretty good achievement. Like, one of the things that I've got done today, that's pretty good. And yet, when I'm on the boat, I don't think of it in the same way. I just think of it as like one of the many things, so it doesn't really count, it's not really progress, and so on. So I'm trying from today to remember that even the smaller things, even small steps are still progress, slow progress is still progress, and I'm trying to just allow myself to focus on one small thing at a time and let those small things add up to the bigger things. I'm gonna take that and that to storage, but I'm also gonna just leave this here for now, I think, because it's a little bit on the heavy side. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the clear out. That did not take as long as I thought it was going to take, which is just such a great reminder for me, I think. Sometimes I can look at things and think they're going to take me so long, and then it makes me feel overwhelmed. I think more often than not, when you just like get to work on smaller things like that, they actually take so much less time than you think that they will. So yeah, it's a really tiny win, but these days the tiny wins really count. They really matter to me, because every little bit of progress that we make, I just want to like try and cling on to it a little bit more and yeah, try and get some satisfaction from that, or else you can just get bogged down with your to-do list, and when you're focusing on the bigger picture all the time, you can lose sight of all of the small things and the small wins. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to lose sight of those again. What's up?
Well, that's not exactly what's up. It wasn't even fixed.
Oh. Well, at least it's easy to take out.
Well, there is that.
Easiest thing about this boat so far.
There you go. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just found out what they are as well, which is also good.
What's they, Mike?
2 cables. I was wondering what they did and where they went, because they went into the main loom down to the batteries. Well, they're just for the switch, to switch it from solar to 240 to 12 volt to...
We know our electrics.
So I'm going to get rid of everything apart from the starting stuff today.
Do you think? Are you sure?
Hiya. So this week we are going to try and tackle the garage. This is our garage area, I thought we'd call it. Try and rip all this out, check all the metal behind, fix all, like vac tan it all, paint it all behind, insulation, the same as we've done the rest of the boat, and then we're going to apply in here, because it's going to be in the cupboard, you're not really going to see it too much, but we're also going to paint it, so apply is the way to go. And just get everything ready for the electrics.
So I was going to replace these, but then you said keep them.
Yeah, I think if we clean them up, they'll be fine. And we're not going to see them anyway, so...
No, you're not going to see them massively anyway.
No. There's a lot more rust on this wall. Yeah, it's still nothing compared to the rust that we've seen already in the engine bay.
Yeah, everywhere.
And the bilges and just everywhere. Mike has vac-tanned basically the sides of the boat. So now we are going to paint some oxide over it. One of our upcoming jobs is to grind this control panel out. We're keeping the steampunk looking panel, but we'll most likely be setting it into wood instead of the black metal frame that it's currently in, because it's looking a bit old. Probably should have worn a mask.
Yes, probably should have put the hoover on it actually, so... And mask.
He says and never wears his mask.
I do wear my mask when it comes to sort of asbestos, which I don't do anymore. Or it comes to like pigeon poo. It's always dangerous.
Really?
Pigeon poo's like the worst one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's diseases and stuff.
Yeah, it's really bad.
You learn something new every day.
Learn something new every day. Yeah, you do.
You do.
Nurse.
Yeah, I'm Nurse Nisha now.
Nurse Nisha. Oh.
Last night, Mike injured himself. Not on this construction site. Actually, what did you injure yourself with?
I was cutting bread for a sandwich and used the serrated bread knife and cut straight through my finger.
Yeah. And then what did you do?
Then it wouldn't stop bleeding, and I'm good with blood, very good with blood. I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I cut myself all the time, should I say? And it wouldn't stop bleeding, and then I passed out. So that was great. So I'm feeling a bit weird today because I have had barely any sleep. So Nisha's pulling us together
Nisha.
today. You are Nurse Nisha.
I was there with the sick bag.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, don't do that. It's a horrible way.
Yeah, we're laughing now, but it wasn't funny at the time.
It wasn't funny at the time. No.
And he didn't just like faint like.
No, proper seizure.
It was like seizure-like symptoms. It was really freaky.
I could see the inside of my eyelids. I'm fine. We're all good. But yeah, it was a little bit of a difference to our scheduled programming. I only wanted a sandwich, and I didn't even get it in the end. We are being controversial, and we bought a cheap Chinese diesel here. I looked at all the reviews, and all the reviews seem pretty good. And you can upgrade what they give you with like Webasto parts or Urbaspatcher parts. Can't say it, but you can upgrade the parts to the same thing. But the internal workings of them are basically exactly the same. Slightly cheaper still, but they seem to last just as long and seem to work just as well. And I've got one in my cave at home that seems to work very well. We've got them for an uprated one.
When he says cave, he means workshop.
Yeah, and when I say cave, I mean workshop. Man cave, men, you know. Why not? But yeah. So that's going to be a secondary or maybe a third source of heat in here. We're not completely sold on that yet. We'll definitely have two sources of heat in here. Maybe a third, but we'll see.
You're going to fit it like that?
Oh yeah, we'll drop down. Yeah, but the problem is, we bought this one as a more of a heavy duty one, because you can get cheaper ones, and we got sent a link for a heavier duty one that Joe found, for Danny and Joe. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. The only problem is where they've done the holes for the fuel supply is not in the right place. Every other hole is, but it should be the opposite way around. Should be this, should be here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where you put it, orientation wise, it's in the wrong place. So I'm just going to pop another hole in it. It goes in there, no issue. So they come with a little rubber sort of stopper at the end. So you just slide that back on there.
I might go and grab my camera in a sec.
I'm going to go and grab the camera. See, real YouTubers, they use the phone.
We're going old school.
We're going old school, but you can't tell much of the quality, but then you will tell. You're like, oh, it's fine, it's really good, and then bam, camera.
Use what you have, people. Just use what you have.
Use what you have, doesn't really matter, does it?
You don't have to...
Sometimes things happen and you're like, I need a camera, and then everyone's got a phone and everyone's got a camera on it.
Yeah.
Well, the majority.
Yeah, just use what you have. At the end of the day, like things like iPhones or Androids, whatever you have, has got a pretty decent camera on it. and you don't need to get a fancy camera to start a YouTube channel. So. Oh, but if you...
Hello.
Side note though, but if you do want my regular camera, I use a Sony ZV-E10 and I will drop the affiliate link below.
There it is, waiting for it.
So you don't need a fancy camera.
But if you want one.
But if you want one, I highly, and this isn't like, this isn't fake, like I highly recommend it. Yeah. It's the best video camera that I've ever had, and I love it, and it was 100% worth the money. So yeah, there you go, link below. But you know, use what you have.
Use what you have, it's fine. If we make a mistake, you make a mistake as well.
Yeah, this is a how we've done it. It's not a how to do it.
Yes. Not a how to do, but a how
we've done it.
So that will sit on a bit of timber like that. Like that, and that allows for all the fuel to go on, underneath, the exhaust to go underneath, and the outlet for the breather to go underneath, so it comes off the floor. Okay. Which is, when you look at it like that, so you've got one of them is a breather. I think it's the smaller one. I don't actually know. It's the bigger one. That's the exhaust, and then that's your incoming fuel. So your fuel line goes on there, and then you have the other bits of on. But obviously, if that's flat to something, you can't get that on there. So this gives you enough that you can slide this on like that, and then run it outside like that, which is what we're going to do. But obviously, you've got to be away from each other. So. Gonna make it go. Gonna make one go one way and one go the other way, okay. Or at least try and do it so it bends it round each other. Because the last thing you want to do is get the exhaust with her. I mean, they're not gonna meet, but. And there is a silencer that comes with this, a little mini silencer that I will cut this when we eventually install it. I will cut it and put the silencer on it because it will silence it quite a lot. It's going to be sort of like that, and then that'll be the breather, and I'll run the breather that way. And that's the plate they normally give you to bolt through to things. When you're going to bolt through to on the side of a car or something, you put that on there because obviously when you cut it out, it's going to be a bit flexy, so you bolt that through. We got that one instead. Instructions. Is there an English part?
That is a breather for the combustion. So this will just be inside the engine bay, which will be like that somewhere, or I could run it that way, like that, whatever way, and we'll clip that up to something so it's got the best breathing point. And if you have it upright, none of the water's going to drip in because it's got a cap on it, because that's all it is. It's got a little filter inside there. There you go. That filters the air, and then that just goes over the top, holds the filter in, but also stops any rain going in there. If you do that, the water will drip in. Yeah. So even if it's condensation in a boat, like that, and then this will get wrapped, so it won't get too hot. I mean, this is also got, it's also like this on the inside. Yeah. So it's good for heat. So yeah, and then we just basically got to position this so it's got a nice bend on it, because from here we'll probably put the silencer you get with it, and put the silencer there like that. Okay. Make sure when you fit these, people don't know, they fit them flat like that, like you would a car. They fit them like this because there's a little hole here, so any water that gets in there, condensation, will drip out the bottom. Ah. So if you have them flat, they'll just rust the bottom out. Yeah, that's true. So you need them like that. A little random tip I learned. So, but we'll probably put that there, and then that one, then I'll get basically that much pipe extra to do a bend. Okay. Which would be good. So that's pretty much
So your intake is here, your fan to cooling, to blow the air through, and then this is your hot air side. And you've got like a little engine in there that basically just heats the air. So, good little things they are.
You okay?
Yeah, it's got to go about there.
Now to make a shower.
For it to sit on.
For it to sit on. But I didn't realise how high it is. It's about 250 high. Because obviously the exhaust, it's going to be close enough to the exhaust so it actually connects to it. But also the exhaust's got to be a certain height because you don't want any water coming in it when you're cruising. Ruins the point of an exhaust.
All in my hair, so that's fun.
I'm just an old man counting the days till I can see you again. If you've been watching the whole time, you should know that she is just a friend.
Stupidly strong.
And is the diesel heater going to sit on top of this?
And the diesel heater is going to screw into this.
Aha.
So it's going to be up here. That's out of the way of any water dripping on it.
Look at you.
My hair.
No, better.
On my face.
It's on your face.
It's on my face?
It's on your face.
Where? Here?
No. Nope. Nope. It's here.
Oh wow.
We are we're just about to drill a hole in here so that the exhaust
Nope.
pipe.
Nope.
What?
So that the heater pipe.
I said pipe.
Yeah, but exhaust, it's not the exhaust.
Yeah, but then I said pipe
You did say pipe.
so that the pipe can come through.
So that the heater pipe can come through.
I'll try. Oh. Zooming right in to the freckles on my cheek and the hair on my lip.
Damn.
Get her an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We want to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported this channel and project by buying us coffees. We really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you don't want to miss our next video where we will share the full install of the Chinese diesel heater. But for now, if you enjoyed this vid, then check out this one next where we repaint our boat and tan it from red and white to green and gold. See you next time.